Hi, we are from Group 4, presenting the impact of information and communication technologies on environmental sustainability. So I would like to introduce our group members. Okay, the first one is Muhammad Iqbal, and number 3 is AA200988. The second member is Abdul Haziq, and his metric number is AA201198. And the third one is me, Zam Afif, and my matrix number is AA200159. And the next member is Nur Shazani, and her matrix number is AA200590. And the last, our member is Kaisara Shamimi, and her matrix number is AA200996. Okay, so I would like to pass our presentation to our next members.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Kaisara Shamimi binti Rosli, and today I will present about executive summary. For the introduction, information and communication technology (ICT) primarily affect the environment through the manufacturing, usage, and disposal of electronic and network equipment. It also offers opportunities to reduce energy use, such as through smart buildings and teleworking. Managing the direct effect of ICTs is more complicated than simply making efficient device. Next is objective. First one, to explain our case about impact of ICT on environmental sustainability. By doing this study, we may learn about information and communication technology and environment challenge, as well as if these two topics are related. Next is to verify one of the causes environmental issue is information and communication technology. By showing evidence, we can take precaution to conserve natural resource and develop alternate source of power while reducing pollution and harm to the environment. And lastly, and the important one, to educate reader about effect of ICT gadget if not disposed of as it should be. By doing this small step, we can provide the economic well-being to the present and future generations. For the method, we choose a reading research approach for our study. The majority of our research was conducted using important articles like Best Environmental Management Practice (BEMP) in the Electrical and Electronic Equipment (EEE) manufacturing sector article. This page covers a wide range of subjects that we might utilize as writing reference. For the result, the input that we get from researching article and journal, there are three main types of effect identified. First one, first order impact, direct environmental effect of the production and use of ICT, resource use and pollution related to the production of ICT infrastructure and device, electricity consumption of ICT hardware, electronic waste disposal. The second one is second order impact, indirect environmental impact related to the effect of ICT. The main type of positive environmental effect of ICT are dematerialization, getting more output for less resource input, virtualization, and demobilization. The substitution of communication at a distance from travel. The main negative environmental effects are noise, energy use, and pollution. For the third one, third order impact, indirect effect on the environment, mainly through the stimulation of more consumption and higher economic growth by ICT, rebound effect, and through impact of lifestyle and value system.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Shazani binti Slimin. My metric number is AA200590. I will explain my part introduction of our topic, which is impact of information and communication technologies on environmental sustainability. MCT Sundian Berhad is a company that produces electronics components and services such as laptop, computer, charger and so on. It is located at Kajang Industrial Area and has requested a case study report. The problem that the company is between new information and communication technology (ICT) and sustainable development. As we know, ICT refers to all digital technology that aids individuals, businesses, and organizations in using information. It includes all electronic products that deal with digital information. As a result, information and communication technology is concerned with digital data storage, retrieval, and transmission. It debunks widespread misconception about sustainable information society. One common misconception is that telework has reduced the need for travel and as a result is environmental pollution. The reality is that teleworking workers account for only a small portion of the total workforce. That teleworking can lead to new social connection and thus the need for more travel. The work-related travel accounts for only a small portion of total carbon dioxide emission and the amount per workers is constant. Another myth is that the information economy is worthless, immaterial, lowering its environmental impacts. In addition, the ICT sector emits less carbon dioxide than the overall economy. However, the ICT sector accounts for only a small portion of total value added and the use of fossil fuels remains to the dominant activity in the modern industrial economy. Some stakeholders agree that virtual products save money, energy and transportation. However, burning digital music on compact discs and DVDs as well as printing digital articles and books produce rebound effect that cause the effects of new materials and energy. Computers have a short lifespan of 2 until 3 years. Reusable and upgradable computers equipment are rarely used and may not be profitable as non-reusable computers and computer equipment. As a result, the focus of this report is on reducing the environmental impacts of the entire EEE value chain through a small contribution relevant to processes and technologies used in a wide range of products, thus having a significant impact potential through its total contribution as well as processes and technologies with a significant impact in terms of environmental performance. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
My name is Abdul Hazi Imran Hazman with the number matrix of AA201198. So today I will explain to you guys about the causes of the environmental issues, which is the first one is component manufacturing and assembly of information and communication technologies. The term information and communication technologies, often abbreviated as ICT, refers to a set of devices and services that can capture data and information digitally, transport it and display it. The Internet Wireless Network, mobile phone, computers, software, middleware are all examples of this type of technologies. Also, manufacturing these technologies requires precious metal, natural resources which result in a greater load on the environment. Electrical and electronics equipment devices require a huge amount of important natural resources such as silver, platinum, gold, and titanium. This extraction and processing of this element is connected with a significant requirement for a variety of material, the appropriation of land, and the use of energy, which all of these result in a severe repercussion on the environment. Greenhouse gas emission. Electrical generation, transmission, and its distribution are all a part of the electricity in ICT sectors. Carbon dioxide, CO2, accounts for the great bulk of greenhouse gas emission from the industry, while methane, CH4, and the nitrous oxide, N2O, are also emitted in lower level. These gases are produced when fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas are burned to generate power. The researchers believe ICT's genuine contribution to global greenhouse gas emission to be between 2.1 and 3.9%, while they emphasize that there are still major uncertainties in their finding. For the next one is unsustainable extraction of copper. Copper is used in a vast number of information and communication ICT products, and copper manufacturing is an important raw material business that supplies one of the essential non-ferrous metal. It used in the construction of building and other type of infrastructure. This energy is used not only in the process that are directly involved in the production of copper, but also in the process that are indirectly involved, such as the production of inputs like electricity. The most recent data on copper production that is available from the United States Geological Survey was analyzed in 2012 for the 14 copper sulfide mines that accounted for 89% of the total production of copper in the United States in 2010. The next one, I will explain to you guys about effects of environmental problem. For the first one is climate change. Climate change refers to any change in climate that is directly or indirectly attributed to human activity that modifies the composition of the global atmosphere. Also, climate change is becoming a worldwide environmental concern that dominates the international agenda and one of the humanity's most difficult problems. It is necessary to take into consideration that the fact that electronic electrical equipment devices often have components that result in high consumption of either energy or materials during the production process, since these components produce a high level of consumption. The fact is air pollution. Any chemical, physical, or biological factor that alters the atmosphere inherent properties from an air pollution. Air pollution both outside and indoors is leading a cause of respiratory and other health problems, as well as leading causes of death worldwide. Earth climate and ecosystem have a direct impact on air pollution levels across the world. According to some estimate, the worldwide information and communication technologies is responsible for 1.4% of the world total CO2 emission. For the last one is soil pollution. Recycling and disposing of as electronic trash in landfill, disassembling ICT gear at the end of its useful life are all additional consequences that have an adverse effect on the environment. Each year, the constant evolution of technology and the inevitable malfunction of computer result in the wasteful disposals of millions of tons of computer. The annual disposals of electric or electronic trash is anticipated to amount to 50 million metric tons. The vast majority of these defunctioned computers are thrown away at landfills located in other countries. When computers are thrown in landfills, the heavy metals and dangerous substances they contain, such as lead, have the potential to poison the soil and contaminate the groundwater. So the effect that the runoff from these dumps have the potential to pollute the water that is used for drinking and bathing, putting people at risk of being exposed to potentially harmful substances. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Iqbal bin Fazil, and today I would like to present the controversy around the environmental problem in the information and communication technologies, or ICT. So we have three controversy. First is electronic waste. And second is electronic products. And the last is electronic components. So we go to the first, electronic waste. We all know smartphones and iPads might disrupt our sleep and attention span. However, our outdated digital toys can offer a much more direct threat to our health if they are not disposed of correctly, as they can leach harmful compounds into environment, affecting our health. According to the Global E-Waste Monitor, an organization controlled in part by the United Nations University and the International Solid Waste Association, Canada is one of the worst e-waste offenders, according to a 2016 estimate from the University of British Columbia. Canadians generate around 72500 tons of e-waste each year, with just 20% being properly recycled. Pollutants from e-waste can build up in our bodies, causing DNA damage and cancer. Offsprings are especially vulnerable since they are still growing, and pregnant women exposed to e-waste may pass on more significant health risks to their unborn children. Furthermore, e-waste disposed of through open burning or other unlawful methods or more common in underdeveloped countries and might contaminate animals such as fish, which can be traded locally or globally. So next is electronic products. The carbon footprint of electronic, including cell phone or smartphone, produce around 3.7% of global greenhouse gas emissions, or approximately 14 ounce of carbon dioxide per person yearly. The problematic component of assessing electronic emission is we frequently consider their impact in terms of their manufacture and use. So, the topic of power consumption in video games and graphic was addressed in the Computer Games Journal's 2019 publication toward greener gaming. Computer gaming account for 2.4% of all home electricity in the United States, with carbon emissions equivalent to more than 5 million cars and a total cost of $5 billion. In terms of prospective projects, the industry emphasis on play anywhere experience for mobile game in expected to result in an increased energy footprint that with standard mobile gaming due to the required energy usage of data centers and cloud networking infrastructure. So the last is electronic components. The impact of air pollution on human health are so significant. The WHO has classified it as carcinogenic, accounting for 2 to 300 deaths globally. That it is easy to overlook its broader impact, and air pollution has a negative impact on ecosystem, construction materials, and cultural artifacts. While health is and will continue to be the best and the most important issue to solve, there has recently been growing worry about the harm to electronic circuits, particularly in highly polluted areas in India and China. This was discovered 40 years ago by Bell Laboratories, which discovered that telephone switchboards had a shorter service life when when utilized in contaminated collocation. Acidic air pollutants react with copper and tin electrical contacts, generate a buildup of corrosion product that interfere with electrical current and cause switch to fail. While this is a concern, the reactivity of air pollutants with solid state components present in electronic has some applications. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zam Hazim and my matrix number is 88200159. So at my part, I will explain about the claim and solution. So what is the claim and solution? Claim and solution is the best way for us to settle the environmental issue that happen to us and our surrounding. And all solution can be applied in our daily life to help us to let our environment become more healthy and more effective. And ICT decrease energy demand via energy efficiency, and sectoral change. ICT increased energy demand by a growing ICT sector, rebound and economic growth. Or we can tell here that digitalization does not decouple economic growth from energy consumption. Okay, so what is the first thing that we can do for help our environment become more healthy and improve? So the first one is by the avoid electricity wasting. Okay, avoiding wasting electricity can restore or improve our environment by reducing your energy usage, reducing the demand for fossil fuels, and in turn lowering carbon dioxide level in atmosphere. And climate change result in heat wave, drought, higher sea level, abnormal weather pattern, and greater likelihood of natural disaster. What is the our action to be taken here? So turn off all electronic device when it not used. And the second one is use the electronic device in the best way. And the third way we can use is do not use electronic device arbitrarily. So all of these tips can help us to improve our environment. ICT may boost the productivity and minimize material consumption, which lower the need for energy and environmental strain. ICT will be essential for, among other things, lowering the quantity of paper used in office, eliminating the need to transfer people or item, and enabling the switch from mechanical to software system. The environmental burden can be reduced using video conferencing, e-learning, or integrated point of sale system. So that is the for avoid electricity wasting. Okay, the second thing that can help us be our solution to make our environmental become more healthy and improve is dispose of all equipment responsibly. So how we want to do that? So the first thing, we need to send the equipment to be recycled rather than to a landfill if no one is interested in buying it. When electronic equipment decompose at a landfill, pollutant including lead, cadmium, and mercury can reach the environment. Dangerous lead, mercury, arsenic, cadmium, and other metals are found in all computer monitor, keyboard, printer, TV, mobile phone, and other electronic gadgets referred to as e-waste. And circuit board and electrical component including the computer chips, display, and cable are frequently made of this metal. So, flame retardant substances are also present in many electronic, and exposure to them might have negative health effects. And e-waste risks are not a worry when these components are securely enclosed in our laptop and other electronic equipment. Okay. So what is the best way to dispose of all equipment for ICT? Okay, I will state 5. So the first one is give back to your electronic companies and drop off points. Visit civic institution. Donate your outdated technology. Sell off your outdated technology. Give your electronic waste to a certified e-waste recycler. That's all from me for claim and solution. Thank you.
And for the conclusion, impact of information and communication technology on environmental sustainability, ICT have a significant economic influence, and this has a wide variety of both good and bad environmental consequences. It is extremely likely there will be a mismatch between prospects for higher environmental efficiency at the micro level and resource usage and implication collectively. The OECD might be essential in developing a framework for tracking and assessing this change, Many of the effects of ICTs are going to be location, national and regional specific. Creating policy solution must also take this diversity into account. The OECD could provide crucial empirical data and offer a global perspective. That's all from our group. Thank you.